Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is going to be a very short episode of the Khaos Kismet podcast. I am a day late. It's a bit of a mix of things. I've not been... I'll do live stuff at the end, but it's been a bit of a mix of things. So I only have 3 things to show you today. One of them is something that I finished a while ago and I just didn't show you. So I'll show you that first. Which is this, the helical cowl that I was knitting. I had started off knitting this helical bit with the black and all the multiple colours. If you've watched the podcast before, you've probably seen this. I've showed it a few times. And then I got bored of doing that and just started doing this one. And then the plan was I was going to finish this colour and then do a black section, and then I was going to seam it up, and I just got bored, honestly. It's one of those things where I like having a bit of easy knitting, but I also get bored just going round and round and round. I don't know. So I've just seamed it up. This is for me, so I'm not really that precious about it, but it's nice. I'm quite happy with it. It's just a nice length, and I can fold it underneath my coat if I need to, like that, or I can just leave it sitting like this. It's literally just a tube. If you haven't seen it before, it is just like a tube that you cast on, knit, 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 and then when you get bored of it, you just... I should have done a provisional cast on. I did not do a provisional cast on, so I just cast off and then sewed it up with a whip stitch. And it's not the neatest in the world, but it's for me and it'll be under my hair and I don't care. So yeah, there we go. My little helical cowl is finished. This is Yarnsmith's Play DK in, I can't remember what colourway. And I've just mixed it with just some black. It's either... it's some kind of black DK. It's probably Stylecraft. And I did it on 4mm. No, I didn't. 3.5mm needles. Circulars. And yeah, I just knitted till I was bored and then cast off and sewed it up. So there we go. So that is my finished object. I do have another finished object, but I'm actually going to remake it, I think. Sorry, the dog's wandering around. If you can hear any weird noises, the dog's just wandering around. It's quite late at night. It's like 10 to 9. So hopefully she's not going to zoo me. But you never know, because it's Lilith. And nope, she's going to tip her biscuits all over the floor instead. That's what that noise was. For those of you who are not aware of Lilith, she's a rescue, which means she has some interesting personality traits. Lilith! Lilith! No! One of them being she likes to hide her food. When we got her, she hadn't really been getting fed properly. And now she feels the need to hide her food all the time. Lilith! She's got like a big heavy silicone mat to stop her from tipping her water, because she used to try and hide her water as well. She's getting a lot better than she was, but we have to just feed her dry food. We can't feed her wet food because she just tries to hide it and tips it all over the floor, or she'll try and bury it in the sofa, or yeah. So sorry if you can hear the noise. What was I talking about? Right, my second finished object I will show you is from, it's Simply Crochet. I was going to say episode, so I've got my tablet here. Simply Crochet. Why does it tell me? It's this one. Oh, there we go. Issue 148. It's written up here in letters. Why can't they just put numbers on it? That would be so much easier for me. Right, anyway. And what I have made is this. It's just a nice plain cowl with a diamond pattern on it. And there's another picture of it. Now I see there, it looks like there's quite a lot of room in it. It says to use a DK weight yarn and a 4mm hook, which I did. And I'd actually debated going down to 3.5 because I tend to crochet very, very loosely. And I've always crocheted very, very loosely. Even when I first started, I knit loosely as well. And I'm glad that I never went down to 3.5 because I'll show you the yarn I'm using first. It's this, which you can't get this anymore. It's Mariner Space. It's a very shiny label. And it's 100% acrylic. It's shade 18. But say you can't get this anymore because Mariners doesn't exist as a company anymore. But it's just like really nice. It's quite bright. It's got these like darker pinks and orangey pinks and pale pinks and whites. And it does this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's like marled. Can you see that? Ooh. It's like Barbara Polled. And so it's like the white runs through it and then the pink changes shades of different pink all the way through. So I love this stuff. It's pretty soft and I'm quite sad I can't get it anymore. This is the cowl I ended up with. I'll put it against me so you can see it. So the diamond pattern came out really nice and it's very, very intuitive. I followed the pattern for about this much and then the rest of it I didn't have to look at the pattern again. It's a very, very intuitive pattern. It's one of those things that it looks a lot more impressive than it is to crochet. But look how narrow it is. Now, I need to take my glasses off to try it on. And this is after it's been blocked. But look, I mean, it's great if you want one that goes up like this to keep the, if you want to keep the wind and cold off your face. So I think I'm going to keep this one because I quite like a cowl that actually, you know, comes up around my neck. But I think I'm going to remake it because I've still got all this left. It's used hardly anything. I've not weighed it. And it doesn't feel tight. You know, there's still plenty of room there. So I think I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to try again and using maybe like a 5mm hook and see if it gives a little bit more room. I'll need to... Oh, that's a look. Oh, because it's lovely, it's really nice. Let's say the yarn is soft, it's a nice pattern on it. Lilith. It's a nice pattern on it. And I like the colours of the yarn. See how it goes from like the darker pink to the more peachy orangey pink. And I've managed to get the white at either end. So this is the size that it says to do in the pattern. Does it say what size it's supposed to be? The yarn it recommends is World of Wool Woolabee, which is a merino wool, 80% merino and 20% bamboo. And it says to use 2 balls. This is 100% acrylic. So my face, sorry, I didn't realise my face was lighting up all really weird there. This is 100% acrylic. I used the 4mm hook that it recommends. But this just feels very, maybe I've just got a giant head. I don't think I've got a giant head. I think it's not a small head, but you know, I don't think I've got a giant head. But I like it anyway, so I'm going to keep that one and I'm going to remake it in the bigger, with the bigger hook and see if that makes any difference. And if that doesn't make any difference, then I might try remaking it in a bigger yarn with a bigger hook. Because I would like to have them in the shop because they're a nice pattern. But not if they're going to be tiny, because, you know, not most people don't like things up right around their neck like that. Whereas I don't mind it, especially if I'm like, because I get quite hot, so I've got lots of like big shawls, and I mean I'm 43, so you know I'm at that age. So if I put a big shawl on underneath my coat and there's like a lot of bulk around here, then that's going to make me too hot. Whereas something like that, I'll just keep the chill off my neck, keep the rain from going down the front of my coat, and not be too bulky, which is what I'm going to need. Right, we're almost done. Almost. I have one more thing to show you, and it's a whip. Let me see if I can find it. It is a YouTube tutorial, and it is, come on, no, right, it's called the Sunny Side Sling. Right, let me see if I can get a picture of it that you can actually see. I'm having to wait and it going through the YouTube thing now. So I'm trying to get through things. Oh, why is there like no picture of it? There's no picture of it. Like, this is the only picture I can get of it, and you can't see that at all. I don't want to edit either, so yeah, you'll just have to take my word for it, I'm afraid, because I do not have the time to edit. I've got this big bag of this Drops Paris, which is an Aran weight cotton, and I've got quite a lot of it in varying different colours, but I don't have a lot of the same colours because I bought them for various different projects. And this is what we have so far. And it's going to be a sling bag. I need to put like a border around the top, and then I'm going to get some metal rings for the end and put them in. I'm going to line it, and then probably put a zip on it as well. So this grey is going to be for going around the top. I've got no idea what any of these colours are. Drops doesn't come with colours. The grey is number 24, but the rest of these are all scraps. And you just make 4 of these granny squares. See, I run out of the light green, so I've put these 2 with the dark green on the outside. I thought that looked alright. It kind of looks like I meant it. But I just thought that would be nice for like little bits and bobs. And I just wanted something really quick. And I don't really make things with granny squares very often. And it popped up on YouTube as a tutorial. So, and it turns out I've got lots and lots of YouTube tutorials saved. So I might start going through them a bit and maybe seeing if I can make some more of these. But yeah, this is just Aran weight cotton, 5mm hook. You get 4 granny squares. Lilith! I will of course be linking everything down below. The tutorial is pretty good. It walks you through how to make the granny squares. Right, who was it by? Daydream Crochet, maybe? Oh, just Day's Crochet. She's got 166 videos. She's got absolutely tons of patterns. Lots of like small, easy, beginner friendly patterns. So yeah, that's kind of what I need at the minute. I'm not a beginner crocheter. I just have absolutely no brain at the minute. So nice easy things like this. And it's something different as well. So yeah. She walks you through how to make the granny square, then she walks you through how to join it all up, and then she walks you through how to line it. I of course have a billion ends inside, and then she walks you through how to just like put everything together, and you end up with this nice little bag. So that's it. That's all of my stuff. Yeah, life is lifing. I'm struggling to find a house. I'm going to view another one on Friday, but I've actually ended up being ill. I've been so ill, just with stress and exhaustion, and I've had really bad vertigo, which is horrible. If you've never had vertigo, oh my goodness, I hope you never ever have to deal with it. It's awful. It's like I was lying down, I was lying completely flat on the bed, and I was screaming because I felt like I was falling. I'm so glad the kids weren't here, because it would have scared them. But between that and then I was really ill. I don't want to go into like massive details in it. I've just, exhaustion has made me ill and stress. So I really hope I find a house soon, because I don't like being ill. It's very inconvenient. So the kids are still on holiday, and I want to be able to do stuff with them because they're going to be away. Next week, next Tuesday, they're going away on holiday with their dad for a week. They're going away to Spain, which is a holiday I said I didn't want them to go on, because they're going with their dad and his new girlfriend, and I think that is highly inappropriate, because I've still never met the woman, but I'm supposed to be expected for her to go on holiday with my children, and I'm the one being unreasonable. But enough of that. Yeah, that's been pretty much it. I've got a house to go and look at on Friday, and other than that, I'm just trying to get through the days. I'm very tired. I'm going to go to bed in a minute, I think. Dog's just emptied her biscuits all over the floor now. She's eating them off the floor. Apparently they taste better that way. Right, I will be back on Sunday for a Stitcher Library, and then I'll be back next Monday for a podcast, hopefully with a bit more to show you. And I'm sorry I've been like super low energy today, but at least the podcast is up, so that's something. Right, I'll be back next week. Until then, enjoy your week. Enjoy the weather if you have nice weather. If you don't like the hot weather like me, then at least it's starting to get dark early now. It will be autumn soon. I am definitely a winter baby. Can't deal with all this heat. And I think it's because in this country we don't actually get proper heat. We get humid mugginess, and it's not nice. I don't mind the heat, I dislike the humidity, I think. That noise will be the dog trying to climb on the windowsill again. Okay, I'm going to go. I will be back next week, and thank you if you've stayed to the end. I know it's not been the most super exciting high energy podcast in the world, but